Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to a new day in Griftlands, where this morning we find Fish behind the bar, rigging the bar top to snap with electricity. She turns off the current as you approach. You know, customers drink at this bar, right? Customers ain't got nothing to worry about, but no more assassins on my watch. That's a guarantee. This'll take a while to set up, so why don't you go bother Nadan, see what you can do to get closer to Kashio. I'll have a job for you later if you're interested. She turns back to her bar and flips the switch. Clearly, you've been dismissed. Alright, yeah, listen, the Fish is busy. She's got a lot of stuff on her plate here. Okay, we met along we are neutral. It can be nice to be friendly with people. It's not always easy to get from neutral to friendly. Once you're friendly with someone, if you find them in a bar, it's easy enough to, you know, get them a drink and do a thing. Oh, also I'm out of money. Also, that's a problem we should probably resolve. So let's go do some work. Nadan pays very well. Say what you will about his, you know, evilness or whatever. Well, Nadan, what extra legal shenanigans do you want me to get up to today? I don't know if I appreciate you making light of the work we do here, but as long as you get the job done, I guess I can't complain. I got 2 jobs for you today. Pick the one where you'd be most effective. So I'm assuming it's going to be a killing job and a talking job? Okay, this one's sort of split. Battle and negotiation. And they both give approximately the same reward. Alright, let's do this one. I like to do a little bit of negotiation and then a little bit of fighting to get my resolve back. You know I'm happy to work with the Admiralty that can be brought to heel. But Alo is proving stubborn. Alo's got influence that's useful to me, so I want her under my thumb where she belongs. Now, you're not my usual witless goon. You figure it out, Hunter. That's an order from your commander. Alright, well he's just imposed this whole power structure, but whatever, it's fine. Mission received. I'll see you when the job's done. Yeah, so I appreciate him being non-specific, giving me a lot of leeway as to the way we're going to resolve this. The spree wants Alo to lose her current position. Get him fired, make him quit, or, you know, just murder. Just do a murder. It's kind of tough to get away with doing a murder inside of Admiralty headquarters, though. Listen, just do what you're told, or else. I don't have time to deal with your nonsense. I'm sorry, I'll figure something out, I promise. So Alo and Vis are having a little bit of a thing here. Alo, not a big fan of me. Oh, this is Faporo's friend, right. You know, honestly, killing her might be good for us in the long term. What's going on here? Vis, my friend, I need to know what that was about. I noticed you talking to Alo. What's going on? Well, that doesn't seem like any of your business. Well, maybe I could help you out. Look how cute she is. Adorable. Okay, free oppress. I mean, it's fine. Here, let's open up with unstable, as always. Okay, cool. Happy with that. Which one is this? Just gains 4 composure whenever I create a new argument. Okay, not a big deal. So yeah, I guess let's just deal damage. This is not even worth playing here. We just kind of have sort of a soft turn, unfortunately. Oof. Also, minimum damage. Okay. Low blow. I should definitely have played the green draw card first, in case we drew dangerous. Because it could have buffed up the other red card that we played. And sadly, we are nowhere near firing that. I mean, like, really, it's a good turn, right? We took no damage, we dealt some damage, but it just feels like nickel and diming. So we definitely want a bounty hunt. Let's open up with... Yeah, let's open up with promoted thinking. Let's see what we get out of our pool of upgraded cards. So, 2 bait. Apply 3 composure on 2 random friendly arguments, or incept 2 flustered. 3 composure on some arguments doesn't seem like a terrible idea. So this is messing with my diplomacy cards. I really don't care about your suspicion. That's unrelated to the way I'm going to resolve this conversation. So, these are both fine. How much health does the bait have? Yeah, we'll just... whatever. Just do one of these things to make me not lose Bort's help. And then random hostility card. I don't much like Browbeat here. I guess we gain a low blow. And I'm a little torn. Like, we're gonna play Hostile Instincts, obviously. We're gonna take Obtuse, gain us some dominance. May as well just go ahead and burn that right now. And then, do we play the Visionary Threaten for the damage? I think I want to resolve this. I just really want to see what Wanted does when it's leveled up. Oh hey, that was enough to set off Erupt. I love the fact that that effect goes off no matter where in your deck it is. It's very helpful. Okay, so you're going to try to take down my dominance. It does kind of look like there's not a lot I can do about that. And once again, our discard pile is empty. It always seems like Ergo is at the bottom of our deck, or Ergo rather, so we draw it as we reshuffle. Bulldoze doesn't really seem like much of a winner here. He's just not creating all that many arguments. We're definitely going to do this. Level up that Oppress. Yeah, I guess there's not much for it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and sacrifice the thing here. Do that. I'll play the Ergo. Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. If you put cards into your discard pile and then Ergo. Boy, this is a good start to the episode, huh? I'm definitely at the top of my game. If I wanted the dud, I needed to play the Ergo first. Oh, hey, look, an argument. When destroyed, Vis loses 15 resolve. Well. Okay. Play a deflection just to get the XP. And let's just blow stuff up. Alright. Excellent news. We got a lot of good level ups there. Also, a medal. So, deflection. 4 composure. Wow, what an upgrade. Or 4 composure on all friendly arguments and expend. I actually think that's pretty okay. And again, after we play it the first time, it's out of our deck for the rest of the the negotiation, which is good. Ooh. Steal target arguments composure for yourself, or just really blow them out. Remove all their composure and then do 4 to 7 damage. As much fun as this is, usually the amount of composure that enemy arguments have is pretty low. I think I would rather just have a great big nuke, and like one action for 4 to 7 damage is pretty great. Ooh, 2 dominance. So average damage on this thing is trending pretty high, though. It's just like, I'm going to take it again because of large nuke possibility. But boy, that one's getting hard to predict, huh? And do we want to gain a new card? The damage of the next card played this turn is doubled. Gain an action for every 3 cards in your discard pile. You know, we do have a couple of ways of drawing cards now. So a thing that gives us more actions, I think, is probably pretty good. It is going to put another non-red card into our deck, which makes it a little harder for us to hit our evoke trigger. But this seems very strong to me. Vis deflates. Alright, here's the deal. Vis explains that Aloe isn't who they claim to be. Okay, that's interesting information. So, we have blackmail information to offset the resolve that she would ordinarily have from hating my guts. We could just try to kill her here, and we could also kill Rudana. I could just show up to Admiralty headquarters and empty the place. Is this a bad idea? I mean, like, okay. We would be killing Aloe and removing... What is the bane from that? It doesn't list on here. Hates you... Okay, here we go. Allies have 10% less max health in battle. Okay, so it's not the worst bane. It's certainly not, like, a thing we desperately need to remove immediately. Let's try the convincing. Hell, maybe Aloe will look on it as us doing a favor and just take it back up to dislike. Alright, are you... Okay, yeah, planted evidence, right. I remember this. Well, damn, that's a shame. I was really hoping Unstable was going to play a red card for us. So let's resolve the bulldoze early. I'm debating whether I want to do this or play Caprice, because we definitely want to play wide deflection, right? I need to keep Bort in the battle. Let's open with the Caprice. Wow. That's interesting, except we definitely can't afford to play that, because like I said, we need the deflection. This browbeat's going to be terrible. Alright, well, disappointing. I do really feel strongly about that. Obviously, boost the threaten. And then we can play the browbeat. It will be our third red card. Just all of that resolved very awkwardly. It's alright, our deck's still going through some growing pains. We're gonna get there. Wow, 6 charges of planted evidence, huh? That's fairly serious. Okay. Boy, how are we going to deal with this? Alright, let's start with promoted thinking. Deployed bait is not bad. Boosted consideration is probably not enough to help. Given that we have second wind in our hand, boosted options does seem like it might be a smart one. I'm not exactly sure how this will work, so if we'll play the bait will draw the 2 attacks. The 2 attacks will destroy the bait easily, and then all that damage just overflows back to my face, right? But as it stands, the 5 damage here is going to do 1 to this, triggering 6 to my face, and then the other 4 damage from this is going to overflow onto me as well. So that's definitely bad. You know what? Yeah, let's just do the gossip. Oh, it puts up 2 stacks of bait. Gains 2 resolve for each stack of bait. Okay, so that's why it has 4 health. And then if I do this, I guess it's not any different than just throwing it on me directly, right? So this is up to 11 damage, which means 7 of it will overflow to me. Yeah, this is fine. It doesn't actually even help us to play Second Wind, because we only had 1 action worth of things to do anyway, but... well, that's unfortunate. Managed to generate an amount of damage that made it impossible to finish this thing off no matter what. Start of Alo's turn, steal 10 shills. What? How dare you? Fortunately, we do have some pretty good stuff here. So, free ergo. I'm gonna take the Tala Press, because we are definitely actually going to get the thing done this time. Let's obtuse, gain 2 dominance. So we'll just do this. We'll do this here, I guess. That means our Tala Press absolutely finishes this thing off. And unfortunately, we just have no method of protecting this time out. But what we can do is a lot of damage. Is drawing a card going to do anything? It's going to reshuffle my deck. Does Erupt play from wherever it is? Okay, so it plays just fine from the discard pile. Then, yeah, I think we just boosted low blow. Pretty good overall, right? We're starting to get this developed. Yep, that hurts. Alright, can we just finish it? Probably, right? We have, well, the answer to that question is actually maybe. Maybe we can just finish it. Oh, playing Bounty Hunter is going to help a ton. Because now we get to oppress the wanted for nearly lethal. And I'm going to play Bulldoze here because our pet is going to finish her off, and I want to get some experience on Bulldoze. I'm going to play 0 copies of Browbeat. Take that. Once again, Bort out here saving lives. So, for free, incept a Wanted, or incept 2 copies of Wanted. Owner's Core Argument takes 6 to 9 resolve damage. And I mean, the impatience that it gives them is something, but it's a lot of damage. I'm gonna take the version of it that does 2 Wanted. And anything relevant here? Attack a random argument once for each opponent argument. That might actually be great. And because it's multiple attacks, it will benefit multiple times from dominance. If we have 2 points of dominance, it's going to do 3 to 5 repeatedly. So it magnifies the effectiveness of dominance. We're going to take an Overbear. I think that is right up there in the strategy. Now it's Allo's turn to deflate. I'll do as you say. I just hope someone else picks up the torch. I cannot provoke this person right now because they are suspicious of me. That's a shame. I would love to kill them with no diplomatic consequences, but you know, they know my deal. Allo knows my games. Alright, well, it's something. I convinced her to quit, so technically that's within the parameters of the job. Allo won't be a problem anymore. Great. Some people just don't appreciate the way things work around here. And that's a fair amount of money, and also some metal, and also we can only take a negotiation graft at this point. Also, ooh, this is another thing for that improvised strategy. I don't actually think this is all that effective. We only have one source of vulnerability, so I might honestly just decline and take the shills. Yeah, I don't think any of those are very good, frankly. And I'm done with you for the day. Keep your head down out there. Word is you've made some enemies. Yeah, we already talked to him about all this stuff. So, we have an awful lot of money. What do we want to do with it? So we can go back and... we could go to the metal vendor, I suppose. What are these orange things? Shell has a ray gun for us. That seems pretty okay. And this thing would let me heal. And probably it'll let me take some damage in exchange for improved max HP. Yeah, I don't know that I think the enfeebling ray is all that good. Let's go to the healing spring. See if we can boost our max HP a little bit. You find a fissure in the ground, fuming with toxic vapors. Yeah, this definitely looks healthy. On the far side, you spot a rare healing wart, grown fat with broad leaves under the lumen's influence. So, oh wow, only have to take 15 damage to gain 10 max HP? That seems great. You pound back fruit after fruit, pausing only to devour mouthfuls of leaves. Just jam as much of this clearly radioactive plant into me as possible. You pass out, alien chemicals coursing through your system, and alien thoughts coursing through your head. Max HP raised by 10. You wake up in a puddle of fruit juice and your own filth, just like every day. Alright, I was kind of expecting knights to have fallen while we were passed out, so we could go down to the market and hire mercenaries. As you might expect, the game does get more difficult over the course of the plotline. I kind of want to save the money for the night market. Let's hold off on it for now. We'll go back to the Grog and Dog. Fish looks worried, but you'd be worried too if your bar was smoking. You alright, Fish? We have a problem. Some of the supplies I need to finish this up are contraband, apparently. I see where this is going, but I don't know how to stop it from getting there. Look, you want to be gently shook from your slumber by a new assassin each night? I need you to head down to the docks and grease the wheels, else I'll never get this done. Yeah, alright, there's no way I'm going to talk my way out of this. I guess I'm headed for the docks, then. Yeah, feel free to take the bouncer with you. Might take some convincing, though. But Longwe and I are old friends. I'm sure this will be no problem. Hey there, Longwe. Fish said you might be able to help me solve her supply problem. Did she now? Well, you're her employee, right? So you do jobs for Fish, and in exchange she pays you. This would be another one of those times. Fish and I have a very specific understanding of what is or isn't my job. You make it worth my while, and we can talk. Obviously, I'm not 200 shills. I'm halfway convinced to kill him just for that. No, we're gonna resolve this. Think big picture along with you. Imagine how much this would improve your lot. Okay, this should be good. Go on. Yeah, see, in Fish's place, we got some influence. Also, of course, Bort. Bort is here to help everyone. Alright, pretty good. We're getting some free red cards out here. Let's do this, because I want to get Obtuse resolved before the Erupt goes off. It does bum me out that we did not draw any way to save Bort, though. Well, you know what? We may still get there. Let's draw a card and see. Nope, we didn't. We do, although, get a just get a huge amount of damage. This is going to be real fast. And there's definitely no reason to spend a flourish here. Alright, can I get 16 damage? Well, if we start by incepting 2 wanted, I think the answer is yes, right? So, a tall oppress. We may as well second wind, even though, again, we don't actually need it in this situation. Okay. Easy. It turns out video games are easy. Actually, just a long way is not very good in a conversation. I do like low blow, but I don't think we need another one. So we get that stuff for Fish, and then the bar is safer. If the bar is safer, your job is easier. A little bit of effort now for a whole lot less effort later. Make sense? Yeah, alright, that makes sense. This is like the core idea of computer science. Although a little bit of effort always turns out to be something else. Although I gotta say, too much of my job these days involves keeping your scrawny butt safe. Well, that must be very hard for you. Whatever, lead the way. I have, in fact, made a real nuisance of myself in so many different ways. Alright, so we can stop off at the night market on the way over there. Should we maintain our money for bribes? Nah, screw it. If I need to bribe someone, I'll just let them borrow my knife. Alright, Rick. Yeah, blood in my mouth, I know. Let's drop a battle card. Let's drop a feint. It's probably just normal feint, right? Yeah, we have other ways of getting defense. Or it's like elbow strike. It could be elbow strike. No, it's probably not an attack. Let's just go ahead and dump that. And then maybe it's worth buying something as well? Draw cards, gain counter is fun. Oh, you have at least 4 combo, gain 2 power. That's pretty cool. And Cryo Trainer is like sort of inside of our strategy, but I just don't think it's worth the money. What about Plaka? What's Plaka showing? We do only have the money for one of these graphs. At the start of each negotiation, insert a conductor card into your hand that redirects opposing intents. That's interesting. You know what? I think we'll hold off. It's not interesting enough. Oh wait, how much was it to add a graph slot? It is also going to cost us 15 health, which is maybe not the right move right this second. But I do kind of want to jam another battle graph slot in there. Yeah, let's not do it right now, because we're about to get into a relatively large fight. There's probably not a huge surprise. So let's also go talk to the metal vendor. Alright, I would like to spend metal, please. So what do we... Start the game with additional money. I'm a little worried that... I know we don't lose the metal when we die, but I am a little worried that if we die right now, it'll be too long into the next run before we can spend it. Like, I wanna actually make sure we buy upgrades here before we potentially get murdered. Honestly, max health increase is like kind of boring, but this is broadly how you are going to die, right? And then Also a little bit of maximum resolve, I guess. Just in case. My memory is that the fight at the docks is pretty tough, in case you couldn't tell, so I'm just trying to be ready. It's dark when you arrive. The docks should be closed, but they shimmer with activity. It's not long before you spot why. A ship from the roguelite is moored in the harbor. No doubt there's a quarantine in place. The roguelite is a remote archipelago where cures and diseases are spawned alike. It's a weird description. The guards on duty approach you. Who's that? Show yourself! Howdy, officers. It's just me, your friendly neighborhood hunter. Definitely not a person who ever breaks the law. Oh yeah? Well, dock's closed, hunter. Especially to you. We got a roguelite shipment, and I bet you'd hate to be the one to test its quarantine. The thing is, we could bribe. I did save enough money for bribe. But why would I bribe, when I could just yammer? Hey, what's it to you if I get sick? Just look the other way, Switch. Not a great way to start the conversation. Unless, I guess, this is intended to just be a, sort of a straight-up intimidation thing. Okay, along we flustered her. That's helpful. Well, see no reason not to open with that. And then, are we going to be able to protect our health here? Well, we have some bait. That'll do. So, dominance, followed by wanted, so that we can destroy something with our oppress. I'm feeling pretty solid about it. Now all we have to do is kill you before that planted evidence can become a problem. So gain an action whenever you destroy an argument. We are definitely going to destroy at least one argument this turn. Yeah, this is a smart play right now. So we're going to do that, then we're going to visionary threaten through this thing. Yep, Caprice sounds lovely. Ooh, Overbear is actually pretty good in this situation, right? I sort of wish I hadn't blown up that other argument yet. But yeah, we get 2 Overbears, which seems solid. Each one of them targets differently, or targets randomly differently, so it can be a little awkward. And then, I mean, we just low blow, right? So we're gonna get 1 damage is gonna overflow from what the pet's doing. So if we get an 8 or a 9 here, this is just a win. Oh, so I still have Visionary Fast Talk in my hand. Actually, that was almost guaranteed to be a win. Okay, we got another one of... I still don't know what that currency is. It's probably something we spend outside the game. Do we want to Drain Resolve? I don't know about a second wind. We're already having a hard time using the actions from the first one, at least for the moment. But Drain Resolve is pretty powerful. Ways of getting back health are kind of a big deal. I'm going to take it. Let's take it. Decks are getting a little bit large, though. I'm a hunter. I can take care of myself, and this is a waste of all of our time. You know what? Fine. Go on through. With any luck, you'll break out in putrid warts. Then I'll be laughing. Ugh, I hope not. I hate the sound of your laugh. You make your way onto the deck of the roguelite ship. You come across an Admiralty officer neck-deep in debate with a Jakes stevedore. So the Jakes are the free laborers who work the docks and roads and are not the, criminal types. There's lots of other people here that I might describe as free laborers. The glint of a small box catches your eye from a pile of contraband. You recognize it as the goods that Fish needs. I don't care what schedule you're on. That ship stays in quarantine. I got other ships to unload. What am I supposed to tell the Hessians? That they should delay the auction because their goods are held up? You let more ships in, and that's exactly how an infection spreads. Or are you too much of an ignoramus to follow? You figured this is maybe a good time to break the tension. What are you doing here, Grifter? This is a secure area. Well... Kadwu likes us, so it's easy enough to convince her to just give us what we want, but... Cut a side deal kind of sounds like I pay money. Maybe I just convinced Kadwa to end the quarantine entirely. This seems like it could have large-scale negative repercussions, though. Grab the package and run. Something tells me that that's not actually going to work the way I want. Alright, I'm going to try to cut a side deal. Because, you know, breaking the quarantine, like, what if they're right? What if the ship actually is infected with something? I'm just here to get a package. I don't care about the quarantine or whatever. I mean, I'm still kind of breaking the quarantine myself, obviously. A bit too late for that, considering you've breached it. Ah, I'm fine. But that package right there, what do I have to do to snag it off you? Alright, everybody throw in your 2 bits. Okay, so 4 stacks of flustered. Kadwa is definitely going to be flustered for the entirety of the engagement. If destroyed, gains 6 metal. Wow. I would like that. I would like to, please. Okay, let's open with the free caprice. No reason not to. A bulldoze here is actually not a bad idea. Yeah, let's take that. So we'll bulldoze. Then Overbear is going to deal some damage. It's hard to know exactly how much. Okay, well, at least it was at the target that I care about most, and we're just not going to be able to save board here. And then we play Second Wind, even though it doesn't do anything, just for XP. Hooray. Do I want to just flourish you? You know what, I am going to. This'll show you to yell at my board. I should have decided I was going to do that at the beginning of the turn, obviously. God, Known Thug is so good. Alright, so we got 5 of the 6 metal from that bonus target. And I really like the way that the game systems are designed, such that like they can do things like that. There can be like little adaptive bonus objectives in things, and I just think on the overall, this game is like brilliantly designed. So the good news is the bulldoze argument has a ton of resolve, and it can just absorb some garbage here. Let's open with hostile instincts. Let's get our dominance down before we play unstable, because you can never tell what is going to happen here. Okay, pair of wanteds is pretty solid. So we do in fact have the actions to just play everything in our hand. Let's do it. I'll gain some composure while blowing... Oh, actually, you know what? I should... Visionary Fast Talk first. Yeah, in case we draw, like, an oppress or something. And then there's the Erupt for the win. Our deck is starting to come together. It's starting to feel pretty good. We probably don't need a 3rd oppress, and I definitely don't want either of those green cards. You've had a long day saying no. Just say yes to this one thing. You'll feel better, I promise. You grifters have a lot of nerve. But if one package is all you want, it's easy enough to give it a simple inspection. Typical. Exceptions abound when someone with power and influence walks through. Well, power and influence? You mean me? This package is unusual, but I can release it to you, Hunter, assuming your license is in order. Oh, sure. Sometimes I forget I have this. Wait, do I actually have paperwork? Okay. Looks above board. Be sure to register if you construct this into any, I don't know, weapons or traps. Those require different paperwork. Yeah, will do. No problem. I kind of forgot that I'm legally allowed to be out here bounty hunting. Like, this is my actual job. You almost make it when you hear a gurgling from across the bow. A hulking beast heaves itself out of the water, shaking off droplets that sizzle on contact. Kadwa rushes to your side, her mouth twisted in anger. I knew it! Hunter, you're officially deputized until this monster is destroyed. So this is the battle. In case you were looking at those 2 arguments and going, huh, this doesn't seem that bad. This is the thing I was talking about. This is what I remember being difficult. The slobbering aberration. Shroog. So, I'm not doing the best ever on health. And also there's a gnarled effigy in my deck. Okay. So you gain 1 power whenever one of your wild shrooglets dies. These things will just bolt if we manage to get, you know, 257-ish damage through onto the big one. Okay, and when you hit, you heal to full. Alright, so my memory of how this works is that the big boss gets tougher whenever the little ones go down, but also, whenever the little ones go down, the big boss will get, like, staggered. So I mean, Vital Strikes right now seems like a very good idea. I wish we had Flourish up. We haven't done any combat today, so we didn't save stuff up. That's rough. So if we scatter, I can only get to 7. And none of my allies are doing a damn thing. Everybody's just buffing themselves. Alright. We're certainly discarding that. I think I should have played Shadow Mastery first. I think I'm just gonna scatter this. Just like not sequencing things well. Let's gain an ability, and then it's not really going to help to deal damage to the Shrooglets, because they're just going to heal to full anyway when they land their attacks. So I'm just going to do this for right now. You're going to start getting that damage through. Okay. Hey look, we drew all of our stuff that we care about. So bad news, did not pull the grenade. The grenade would have been good here. And we don't have any draw. Does the temporary power... Okay, all of it goes away at the beginning of the turn. It's not one of those things where it like slowly decays over time. Well, that kind of makes me think I don't want to play this turn. I don't think this turn's actions are going to be all that... Well, you know what? It turns the elbow strikes into kills against the little ones. So actually, yeah, we definitely should. So is it like adrenaline shot and a pair of elbow strikes? I'm reluctant to do the stab. Because... Oh, well, the stab's free. Never mind, I forgot. But stuff's getting made free all the time. I definitely want these. I'm not going to bother playing spikes. Let's just drop some of the little Shrooglets. I know this is going to cause a situation here, but also, preventing these things from constantly doing tons of damage is good. Alright, everybody redirect your attacks onto the big one. Man, I'm glad we brought a Longwy. Dude is a good healer. Okay, so yeah, this turn, the Shroog is just gonna prepare for revenge, basically. Game combo is not very interesting. A permanent point of power might be, though. Or we could just draw cards, because we're gonna come off of this with 4 actions, thanks to Hasten. So having some additional cards might be a good idea. I do like getting this resolved early. Yeah, let's just go ahead and enrage. I am going to throw up Makeshift Dagger. You're going to get hit a ton of times this turn, so this is a good time for a wound. And then hasten into Do Everything. Throw up some bleed. And a stab. And finally, Bedlam. And I mean, we're generating Flourish pretty quickly here. Alright, so the boss has 3 power, which is definitely scary. I'm gonna open up with a Strained Stab, I guess? Or maybe... Like, so if we Strained Stab to discard the effigy, then throw the grenade, then play Adapt, we still have 1 action left for our new hand of 5 cards. I'm gonna do it. This is but there's no reason to open with that. So the question is, do we stab one of the Shrooglets? Because there's a chance the Spark Grenade won't kill them all. No, I'm gonna go for the boss. I'm gonna put some faith in this. Let's get rid of you. Put some faith in this grenade. Oh wait, did that? Oh right, adrenaline. Yeah. That makes the spark grenade guaranteed to do the thing. Okay, that Shrooglet is way overcooked. Show me something interesting. Okay, you know, this is not a bad time for salve. So if we go like hasten into salve, then we have 5 cards played for slice. Or we fight dirty and we get a 6th card played for slice, but we don't necessarily have a guarantee that it will be a good card. Yeah, I'm into it. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So we use the scrapper. That sucks. Gnarled Effigy was a bad draw there, but I definitely want to discard Stringer. And the bleeding. Alright, 7 bleed. That'll be a lot of damage over the course of this. I'm going to get walloped here. Look at Bort. What a terrifying little beast. That'll show you. Take 2 damage. Okay. Kind of a lot of discard stuff this time. And we're doing this, and then I guess I may as well discard Strange Stab, because we only have 2, yeah, we only have 2 actions left anyway. But there we go. Our whole discard strategy thing is really starting to come together, I think. Alright, 6 power. Please don't target solely my face. So one of our allies is going to take down one of the Shrooglets. None of our allies are really in much danger. The boss is the boss is focusing on me quite a lot. We can try to make sure another Shrooglet goes down just to keep wasting the boss's time. Alright. Let's take a Saber Grip. Yeah, we're definitely just not. I'm looking at this trying to figure out if there's any version of this turn where it makes sense to play Spines, and I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Okay, so you're down to bleed damage. Then we just hope to get lucky over here. Okay, not bad. Yeah, Bort is really kicking ass. Gosh, we need that sleep. Okay, so we have a turn here where the boss is doing nothing at all. I don't think we need to spend the Worker's Gloves. I'm not going to do all that much damage, but the 4 of us working together to do all of this, plus whatever I can do next turn, is probably going to be sufficient. And lots of card level ups. Do I want to just go ahead and hit the salve? What are the odds that I'm going to get hit for 29? Pretty low, right? I'm probably not low enough to actually be in danger next turn. Yeah, I'm just going to take it. Let's just hold on to it for later. Alright, little dude is screeching at kind of an inappropriate time. So, 19 damage on Bort. You know, I feel a little bit bad about it, but we can totally just let that go. So, let's open with Fight Dirty. Draw 2 cards is interesting. Yeah, let's do that. So, I was not prepared for the 17 points of shielding. I keep forgetting that the Shroog gains a ton of shield when it does the thing. I'm gonna do this. We're definitely dropping Spines. I'm not playing Spines. I do think we're going to play Vial of Slurry this turn, though. So, like... Is it... Vial of Slurry and Slice and Reckless Swing and Sal's Daggers. So I think I'm actually going to discard the Backstab. Oh, it's going to level up, though. I'm going to play the Backstab instead of the Reckless Swing. Okay, so... Sal's Daggers. Give me the bleed. I probably should have put the bleed up on this wild Shrooglet, right? Yeah, that was an error. Alright, Slurry, then Backstab, and then actually deal quite a significant amount of damage. I was just thinking that, like, getting a huge stack of bleed up on this this guy was going to be very good for us. Alright, Bort will endure. It's a little close, though. Alright, and then, yeah, we've definitely got it, right? Is there anything that we particularly need to make sure we play? I should play Kradeshi Feint for sure. I'll get you, little guy. Just make sure we're getting that XP. And then, like... 16... So, Elbow Strike. And then, yeah, just, like... finish off the stab. I guess you're at 20. I can afford to play Strain Stab and discard the Stringer first, because this does generate XP on the Stringer. And then we level that up, and then we just let our allies finish the job. Once again, Bort is the conquering hero. As it shall always be. So we've acquired ourselves a Shroog Fang. Okay, that's a pretty damn good card. Got a little bit of resolve back, a little bit of metal, and let's resolve all of those level ups. So, Backstab. Triple damage if improvised, or just better base damage. We're just getting the base damage out of it most of the time. We may end up just removing this from our deck at some point. This... Ooh, draw a card, then discard a card is super good. Like, I think that's probably going to be better than the extra 4 damage a lot of the time, right? It's just like, our gimmick relies on card selection. Elbow Strike. Do we need more ways to discard? I don't think so. I think I would rather have draw a card at this point. Fight Dirty is the same as the conversational equivalent. It's either a larger pool of cards or better cards. I like better cards. Reckless Swing, again, has that draw versus bonus damage thing. Yeah. Show me all of my cards every game. So, we can turn this into a thing that's more focused on the bleed, or a thing that's more focused on the combo. Although there is something to be said for the fact that that Gut Shot is just 2 attacks, and as such, you know, benefits extra from wounds and stuff. 3 damage plus 3 bleed, or 0 damage plus 5 bleed. Those are interesting. I think, honestly, neither one of these are particularly good for us, but I'm going to take this. 5 bleed. So 3 bleed is going to be 3 damage, then 1 damage, then 0, right? So Gouge is overall 7 by itself, assuming you have no other sources of bleed. While Vertical Slash is 5, then 3, then 1. It actually doesn't say in the definition of bleed there whether having the bleed count rounds up or down. I'm going to take this one. It's fine. This ignores defense. It just goes right through. I don't know if I think that that's actually powerful or not. Because, like, ordinarily you're going to have to punch through their defense in order to get the rest of your attacks on them anyway, right? So this doesn't necessarily help us all that much. I guess I will take another discard thing. So 0 cost if played versus the card is actually better. Since we're usually getting to play it via discard, I think that's a pretty easy choice. And a negotiation card. Ooh, Duplicity's fun. I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to another copy of Caprice either. But Duplicity is fun. I'm gonna... It's not red, though. We do like a red card. I'm gonna take the Caprice. I think they're both very good. And then... Ooh, a card that when discarded heals you for 3. That's interesting. Whenever you improvise a card, an enemy gains resonance. Whenever a card is improvised, lose 1 health. Oh, wow. Yeah, this improvised focused deck, I bet, is a lot of fun. I bet there's a lot of like very extremely varied gameplay in that. Do I want the Seeker? Yeah, you know what? Healing's alright. I'm okay with healing. Is this normal for the Roalock? I've never seen a Roalockian aberration quite like that. I was lucky you were here, Hunter. You can keep that parcel as payment. I'll turn a blind eye to its contents just this once. As long as it's not from the Roalock, of course. Codwell rallies her troops for a cleanup brigade. And really, that didn't raise her affection for me. I did just save her life. Alright, fine, whatever. Now that we've gotten the Knight's combat out of the way, I'm totally going to go back and buy a graph slot. Please give me more room for combat graft. Alright, it stings. A little. And then we only have 82 coins left, so yeah, that's not enough to really do anything with. Let's just go ahead and retire for the evening. Alright there, Sal? Yeah, kind of, sort of. It depends on how you define alright. Here it is, Fish. 1 box of pure contraband. Just, you make sure to wash your hands after plugging it in. Wash my hands? Why? You know what? Don't worry about it. It's probably fine. You'd look good with a few extra warts anyway. You're a good kid, Sal. I mean, not really, but you know what I mean. Now go on and get some rest. Fish disables the alarm long enough for you to slip through the curtain. Home at last. Your bed calls to you. Look at Bort. He's so cute. She is so cute. The moonlight cuts through the window like the glint of a knife, as if you don't get enough of that during the day. Alright, do we heal to full? You know what? I think on the lower difficulties you do heal to full every night. It's just I'm used to playing at a higher level of prestige from my pre-erasure save file. Okay, so that feels like it was a little bit less eventful of a day, although I did kill a giant sea monster, or rather, I supported Bort while Bort killed a giant sea monster. And I think that is maybe where we'll call it for today. This breaks down really nicely into one-day chunks. So, thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, we are continuing to prepare for this illegitimate auction, and probably we're going to kill a whole lot more people. This was kind of a low-killing day. We'll see if we can't turn that around. And we'll see you then.